will read those words and what they would take from it.
Who do I address? I probably address the women and the men of goodwill who are abused by the propaganda of the pro-Hamas people. The real pro-Hamas, those who make who celebrate terrorism, they are lost. We will never convince them. We have to fight them. We have to be stronger than them. We have to oversmart them, and we have to marginalize them in the campuses, in our entourage, we have some, and in our countries. But in the middle, there is a real part of our societies who can still be convinced, who can still understand that Israel had no other choice than accepting the challenge of this war which was imposed to us. Who are able to understand that Israel wages this war in a fair way. You know, as it was said before, I am a war reporter also. I'm not only a writer and a philosopher, but I wrote some war reportage all my life. So I know what war is. I saw a lot of wars. I never saw, in 50 years of reportage, an army, the army of Israel, who before bombing, before attacking, gives a warning. Never. Any tactician, any strategist, any reader of Clausewitz knows that the surprise is a huge element of the victory. Even 5 minutes before, it is a mistake to warn. Israel wants not only minutes, not only hours, sometimes days before. I never saw in an army who embeds in its ranks a battalion of lawyers, the MAG, M-A-G, like Sahel. Lawyers who sometimes from Tel Aviv, from remote, and sometimes on the ground, decide or not, authorize or not, according to the laws of war, a strike. And sometimes forbid the strike, because too many civilians can be in the field, because at the last minute they see on the electronic system a civilian going through. So I wrote this book because I really think that a lot of people in America, in Europe, in the South, can understand that. In the South, the global South, as they say, I know that there are a lot of Iranian ladies, Arab Democrats, dissidents in Russia, friends of Uyghur in China. I know that there are a lot of people who are, even if it is not clear for them, on the side of Israel, and who have a real vested interest in the defeat of Hamas, in the victory of Israel. In the Arab world, I know by direct knowledge that there are a lot of people, and not only dissidents, who pray every morning and every night for the defeat of the capitulation of Hamas. So for all these people, this book is done to help them to dare what they think, to feed their creed, to feed their first instinct, and so on. So I wrote this book because Israel is alone, clearly, attacked from everywhere, but Israel is not due to be alone. Israel can have some allies, and it is our duty, at least mine, and yours also, because I know what JCC is, to spread the word, to explain, and to explain how legitimate is Israel in its action. I saw, like all of you yesterday and today, these two attacks of IDF against the terrorists of Hezbollah. And I saw in social networks, on American television, on French television, I heard that there are some people who pretend to be shocked, who say, but come on, what is this attack? So many people who lost. Okay, I would, if the book wasn't finished, I would have integrated some pages to say that it is well done. That those who had pages in their pocket were all fighters of Hezbollah. That a regular citizen of Lebanon does not have such this sort of pages ordered by a terrorist group to communicate, and which are in fact weapons of destruction. So I would praise, if the book wasn't finished, I would praise Israel for these two attacks. Again, I would love that the war does not exist. I would love a peaceful Middle East. I pleaded all my life for the cohabitation and the coexistence and the friendship between the Israeli and Palestinian. And I'm still hoping and dreaming for this brotherhood and sisterhood. But in the situation where October 7th did put this part of the world, Israel has to win. Israel has the right not only to defend itself, as I hear here or there. Everybody says Israel has the right to defend itself, of course. Any country has the right to defend itself. This is the minimum rule. No, Israel has the right to win. It is in the interest of the entire free world, if not of the world in general, that Israel wins this war against Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthi, militias coming from Syria, from Iraq. I know all these guys. I was in Iraq, I was in Syria. I know exactly who they are, how they work, what ideology they have, what do they mean when they say free Palestine. I know what nightmarish state it would be. I know exactly that. So my take is that today, for example, again, it was a brilliant anti-terrorist operation. So that the book, and I'm sure that there is a huge silent minority in America and in my home country, in France, who is ready to believe that. But we have to raise the voice. We have to cover the voice of those who did not have a tear, did not cry when dozens of Iranian women were blinded by the Basiji, or the guardian of the revolution of the Iranian regime, who did not comment, who did not lament at all, and who suddenly say, oh, poor Hezbollah people. There is a lot of American people who are offended by this double standard at the expense of Israel. So I speak for them. I write for them.